Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Rebecca. This video is how to survive the first trimester. Now I feel like I have had so much experience at the first trimester because I am currently on baby number 5 at the moment. Now I've been meaning to make this video for a while now because I feel like I have some valuable information which could really help you, especially if you're struggling with your first trimester. So, a little bit of a background about myself. I have a 17-year-old. I also have a huge gap, and then I have almost 3-year-old toddler twins, a 19-month-old little toddler as well, and I'm pregnant with baby number 5 who is due in the autumn or fall. If you are anything like me, you would be struggling with either morning sickness or nausea. Now, fortunately I didn't struggle with sickness, I just struggled with nausea, and it's not in the morning, is it? It's at any time during the day. So I have no idea why they call it morning sickness. But after a while, I realized there are actually things out there that can help you. I unnecessarily struggled for a good few weeks before I found things that actually do work. So these are my favorite things that helped with sickness and nausea. So they are ginger-based items. This one is ginger nuts. I could not get enough of these ginger nuts, and to be honest, I'm a biscuit girl anyway, so I still eat them. And also, I don't have a box to show you at the moment, but off of Amazon, I bought some ginger tea. Now, this was great to just sip, especially if you're having like quite a bad bout of the nausea or the sickness. Just gently sip some tea. It's nice in the evening as well. I will say that everything that I talk about I will link in the description box, so you can go and have a look if you wanted to. So yeah, the ginger tea was absolutely godsend. Also, something else which I'm actually pretty hooked on now, and I still have even now, even though I'm out of my first trimester, is a ginger cordial. Now I got this from Tesco, I think. Tesco or Sainsbury's, I can't remember. But it's just a ginger cordial. This one's got some lemongrass in it. It's gorgeous. It is so nice, so soothing, and I just drank so much of the stuff. So I highly recommend that. Something else which I just happened to Google and these popped up are some anti-sickness bands. Now these are brilliant. There's no like medication in them or anything. They're just literally little bands with these little plastic things in here, then you wear them that way around, and it presses on pressure points in your wrist, which just basically restores the balance in your body. And they actually really do work. They're very good. You get a pack of 2, and it's just an elasticated band with a little stud on it. I got these off of Amazon as well. They are so cheap, and it's not just for morning sickness. If you struggle with travel in the car, etc., they don't make you drowsy or anything like that. They're just brilliant little bands. I would highly recommend these. They're pretty discreet as well. You just have them on and yeah, just carry on with your daily life. One of the biggest ways to help yourself if you're feeling really under the weather, sick and tired, is stay hydrated. I just got this bottle. I carry it around everywhere with me. It stays by my bedside at night. It comes downstairs with me. It just comes absolutely everywhere with me in the car. I just fill it up with water multiple times a day, and it's always there, and it is my best friend. Well, one of them, like with the ginger nuts and the seed bands. Definitely stay hydrated. I think you have to drink a bit more water anyway in pregnancy, so having something like that where you can just reach and it's ready to drink from. Talking about sickness still, I found eating smaller meals helps a lot. Like with my dinner, especially in the evening, I would have a smaller meal, and sometimes I would have, just say it was my normal portion of dinner, I would have that split into 2. So I know it sounds a bit silly, but it's actually a good idea because there's not so much pressure on your stomach as well. So try doing that if you are struggling with nausea or sickness. Split your like evening meal into 2, and then just snack on things during the day. I really found eating oranges, satsumas, drinking orange juice and milk very good for me, and I found out that does actually help. Even the ginger things, and also things like toast. I Oh my goodness, still even now I'm pretty hooked on toast. Just toast with some butter on it. That helps take the edge off sometimes. I also got pretty addicted to crumpets with jam. I think that's actually probably more of like a craving, but it also helped me get some food inside myself. They do encourage you to stop drinking alcohol, obviously for obvious reasons, and cut down on your caffeine as much as possible. So I actually went off of tea. I'm a big tea fan. I love a cup of Earl Grey, and I went off of it. I was kind of sad because I love the taste of tea, but I also know that I had to cut back on my caffeine intake. I also love coffee as well, so I totally stopped drinking coffee just because of the amount of caffeine that's in coffee. But once the sickness started to subside for me, my love of tea started to creep back, so I was letting myself have like 1 or sometimes 2 cups a day. But as long as you cut back on your caffeine and you don't overdo it, that should be all right. I started taking Pregnacare. As soon as I found out I was pregnant, I started taking Pregnacare, and I'm still taking it to this day. This is just the Pregnacare original. You can get, there's a variety of different ones. You can get Pregnacare Max, I believe. There's one for breastfeeding. There's even one for men's health, for when you're trying to conceive, and for women, which is just the conception one. There's actually lots of different types, and yeah, as I said, I will link this all in my description box. I would buy these off of Amazon, like a few packs in one, because you get an offer on that way. We've covered the sickness side of things and food. The next side of things, right, okay, trying to get to sleep. I struggled with trying to get to sleep. I think I mentioned already about midnight snacks. I'd wake up hungry. Other things that I would struggle with is my boobs hurting. So I'd previously used this in my last pregnancy. These are fantastic. They're by Medela. I'm terrible with names. Medela. These are just maternity sleep bras. I got a few of these. I got one in black as well. They are so comfortable. They are not wired at all, and it just helps give you a little bit of support, keeps you feeling like you're all together. I also would use an eye mask just to help me relax. I have no idea what I've done with it, but I used it through my first trimester. I would lay down, I'd place it, it's just, you know, a material one. I would lay there and think, just go to sleep, you know, you don't feel ill, just go to sleep. And it does actually work to help block out some of the light as well. So that was probably more of the reason why I used it, especially during the day, when if I got the opportunity to have a nap, I would use an eye mask then, because obviously it's really bright during the day. So just napping a lot. Nap as much as you can, as much as I guess the people around you would allow you to. I mean, if you're at work, it's hard to nap, isn't it? When you get home from work, have naps, have light meals, spread it all out. Just generally be kind to yourself. I was lucky enough, well, I am lucky enough that my partner works from home, so I would have naps in the afternoon because I'd be looking after the 3 toddlers. He would then take over, look after them, and I'd have a little bit of a nap sometimes. Sometimes I was just rest. And I would feel, especially at night time, I'd get so hot. So I ended up using a fan, a floor fan, in my bedroom, and I would either have it on oscillate. It depends how hot the room was, I think. I felt a little bit mean if I just had it pointing right at myself and Reese was there like dying in this heat. It worked wonders. Not just for cooling down, but also the nice gentle hum in the background. I also invested in larger night shirts. Now I did have some with my previous pregnancies, but I just couldn't find them anywhere. So I bought some more. I bought some, just, they're not actually night shirts. They're just shirts, which are oversized, which I got from H&M. They are great. I wear them in bed, so they're nice and loose. And also Amazon sell night shirts as well. That helps, especially if you're not restricted then around your bump. At night time, I was using a wedge. Now, this is great for every trimester. This one, oh, I love this one. It's so squidgy. I think it's memory foam as well. Yeah, give that a little press. That does actually feel like memory foam, but it's just so soft and lovely. And you can actually take this off and wash it as well. I started using that pretty early on, just so I could start getting used to it as well. Also a V-pillow. Here it is, my gorgeous cuddly V pillow. Oh, it's just like cuddling something's great. But then I use that to put my leg over it or just tuck it under my tiny little bump that started growing. But yeah, a V pillow and a wedge at night time, perfect. Now, something which has proven to be pretty invaluable is a maternity band. They say to start wearing them in the first trimester and then just adjust it as you go through your pregnancy. The one I've got, you can wear in your first trimester, and then you have a bit more of an attachment you can put on to help support your ligaments, your back, your bump weight, all sorts. They're absolutely fantastic, and I would highly recommend investing in one of these belts, especially if you're somebody like me that suffers with the round ligament pain. Mine started pretty early on as well. Other ways to help yourself is gentle exercise. If you weren't the type of person to go out and do loads of exercise, I wouldn't start now. I wouldn't start in your first trimester. You'll probably just do yourself an injury or something. Like myself, I'm not the kind of person that just goes out and goes to the gym and things like that. I really don't have the time. But being at home and just doing some gentle stretches, gentle exercises, especially to do with your hip movements. I have been using a birthing ball. They are absolutely amazing. They're not just for birth, they're through all of your trimesters actually. Just bounce around on them. It helps with lower back pain, round ligament pain, SPD, things like that. Also, you can use them to do some really gentle exercises on. I use that alongside my yoga shorts. Now, obviously these are from Amazon. These are pregnancy yoga shorts. They are the most comfortable pair going. They are so non-restrictive. I don't know if they still sell them on Amazon. So what I'll do is I will link the closest one to these if they still do something similar, which I'm sure they do. But using a birthing ball, the yoga shorts, and just a little thin yoga mat really does work wonders. And it's not just for my like stretching or things like that. It helps as well in your mind, like you're preparing yourself, and your future self will thank you for starting to do some little exercises, especially if you've been pregnant before and you know that you get lower back pain or round ligament pain. Just helping yourself very early on is a really good idea. I would also say with gentle exercise, if you can, go and dip in your local pool. Have a nice little relaxing float about in your pool, and then continue that all the way through your pregnancy. The further on you get, the bigger and heavier your bump is going to get, and it does feel so nice just bobbing around in the pool. I would show you my swimming costume, but I don't have it with me, and I don't know what I've done with it because I actually went to the pool the other day with my partner, and I don't know what I've done with my swimming costume. If this is your first baby and you're gonna be first time parents, when I was a first time parent, I got a book for first time parents, just so I knew what to expect. Now there are quite a few on Amazon to choose from. I don't think the one that I got, not that I can really remember it, I think it was like turquoise colour, the colour of the book, but I'll have a look and I'll link any good books which I think will be helpful for first time parents in the description. But they are really good. It gives you a bit of more of an insight of what to expect. Obviously it can't tell you everything, it's not a manual. I think you can get baby manuals, especially the ones for dads. They're actually quite funny. I bought my partner one. He really enjoyed it. I got it for him for Father's Day actually, and I think it goes up to the age of 3, birth to 3, something like that. But yeah, they're good, they're good fun. What I will say is just overall, be kind to yourself. I mean, your body is gonna go through so many changes over the next 9 months, emotionally and physically. Everything's just gonna change. You will feel different, especially if this is your first time being pregnant. Things just feel different. Obviously you're going to be growing a human being inside of you. It is a very different experience, something that you cannot match with anything. Well, not that I can match it with anything. If anyone else can match it with anything, I would love to hear what it is. Please stick it in the comment section below. Just be kind to yourself. Don't forget to contact your midwife or your doctor and tell them that you're pregnant so you can get the best care very early on. And when you do get to see your midwife, do not be afraid to ask questions. This is your time to ask questions. You've got your midwife all to yourself. Ask for anything that you want to know, and there's no question out there that's too silly. Don't ever think that you're going to be silly asking them, because they've probably heard it hundreds of times and they know the best answers to give you anyway. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, just pop them in the comment section, and everybody watching this video might be able to help you as well. I really hope you found this video useful. If you did, give me a great thumbs up please, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I post twice a week at the moment, on a Wednesday and a Sunday. Sometimes I manage to do another video and I will post that on a Friday, so if you press the alerts for when I upload, you won't miss any of my uploads. I've also done a first trimester recap video, which I will link to this video if you want to go and have a look. Also, I've done a big pregnancy playlist. All of my pregnancy videos I have recorded every week since week 5. So obviously I'm going to link that in the description box as well. So that is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.